Welcome to CurlyArrows Learn Chemistry with Sibi. In today's episode, I will answer how does an atom become negatively charged? Before I begin to answer this question, we must know one basic thing about an atom, and that is an atom is made of three main components: protons, neutrons, and electrons. The charge for an atom can come from two sources: positively charged protons in its nucleus and negatively charged electrons outside the nucleus. So the atom is considered neutral when there is a balance between the positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons, like +1 and -1 gives you a 0. This part is very important because the ordinary invisible atom that makes up literally everything is mainly neutral in charge. So in a negatively charged atom, the charge must come from an excess of negative electrons. Now, how and when can an atom accept new electrons? An atom can accept new electrons only if it has both space and need. The electrons are accommodated in regions called shells around an atom's nucleus. So, if an atom has space or shells, it will accept the electrons. This information about an atom is obtained from its quantum number. Next is an atom's need to accept the electrons. It will only pick those many electrons until it reaches number 8 in its outermost shell, which is a stable state known as the octet state. So there is a cutoff on the number of maximum electrons an atom can pick. The exception is the first shell, which can have a maximum of only 2 electrons. So once a neutral atom picks an electron, the balance between the proton and electron changes. Post the electron acquisition, there'll be more electrons than protons. So the charge of an atom shifts from neutral to negative. Such a change is represented in the superscript next to an atom symbol. The superscript mentions by what number the atom has an electron excess along with its charge. A few examples I can say are chloride, Cl-, bromide, Br-, and oxide, O2-. These atoms had the space to accept 1 and 2 electrons. Also, they attained stable octet number in the outermost shell post-acquisition. In chemistry, such negatively charged atoms are called anions, and non-metals form the most common anions. These anions commonly form ionic bonds in chemistry. You can find more information on the structure of an atom, the formation of ions, and ionic bonds by visiting CurlyArrows.com.